Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Here I have for you a nice little playthrough. We're going to land in Lowland. Thanks for coming back, guys. It's always a pleasure to have you by. We're just going to go over here. I had a nice little 10 bomb in this game, and I believe the damage was around 1800. I accidentally clipped the damage and final exile count at the end of the video. It still gives the victory screen. I just cut it off right before the numbers showed, so... Landing in Lowland's a pretty good area. I've already looked around. There wasn't very much going on here in terms of enemies. So we have quite a few mana vaults that I can go ahead and loot up. And while I'm doing that, I'm always keeping an eye on anyone coming by. I know that that sound, as you can see right there, is pretty loud, reaches a decent distance away. And people can start seeing the light shining from the mana vault just sort of disappear in their periphery. But anyway... We went ahead and got that legendary wind. Gonna be nice early on. And now we have an unsuspecting target coming in. There were a few bots in this game. I don't think this is one of them. It might have been. It doesn't record in the kill feed for some reason. But anyway, that's one exile down. Easy enough. We're going to go ahead and path on out. I am looking at that other mana vault here in the distance. And I want to get that online as soon as possible. I know that by checking the mini-map there that I do have my level 2, my Firefly, all ready to go. Always keeping an eye on the kill feed as well, making sure I don't recognize anybody. If I do, then I'll be sure to play a little bit more seriously. Now I see a little third-party situation. I don't have any sort of long-range option, and they have a Frostborn, and this guy has a flight, so they can definitely approach me very, very quickly. That guy gets Vital Stone. I imagine that this is the best time to go in, right after I get that Spring Step. That Spring Step is so crucial. Has the lowest cooldown among all the rarities, only tied by Dash in the epic and legendary rarities. That man just got the third party off. And now we're going to go ahead and get in. That Combust has a lot of range. We're not able to get up there quite yet all the way. And I'm going to just wait out until I get a little bit of Spring Step left. Put down the firewall because I thought he would stay. Didn't expect him to have that tornado there. It's actually the same person from before that was wind cheering him to the Vital Stone. But 2 flicks will take care of him pretty quickly. And now we're just looting around, trying to find an amulet of any kind. And if I can find a dash, it's also good too. Spring Step is not bad. It's obviously, if you just watched my... my little meta snapshot, little plug for you there. I did rank Spring Step up in the S tier along with Dash, but I do always prefer Dash over Spring Step, just a little bit. It's my personal preference. You don't have to, of course. The cooldown's going to be the same at the higher rarities, but I don't know. I just like how it flows into other moves. But I do hear a little bit of action over here. I am going to see him just over this ledge, and we're going to go ahead and get as much damage as possible. I do lead with the Toxic to get that little bit of corrosion damage. It does tick that extra 12 damage for 3 ticks right after the initial damage. But I didn't expect him to Featherfall there. I was opting to go ahead and trap him with the Dragonfire. I don't take the time to get any shields up. I want to rush this guy down as quickly as possible. I see that he hasn't landed yet to get any heals off. This is where I kind of mess up. I do unfortunately go head first into his fireballs, but get this, I do get him with the Dragonfire. Notice that my health hasn't restored despite having Scavenger, and I think that's a bug. What the game reads that as is him blowing himself up with his own Dragonfire because he threw the Toxic. So it doesn't register to me, but the kill feed still reads it as my kill, so that's a little bit of a bug. I am finding out that aiming with fire is kind of hard, except for that shot, and this is going to be a bit of a scuff fight. He does block my fireball there, so I can't Dragonfire him there. Does get the 20 tick onto me, and I'm feeling a little bit bad, so I'm going to play a little bit of a sustained fight. I don't want to fly directly into one of his fireballs. It does blind you a little bit once you go in, so I opt to hop right over. And now this is just me trying my hardest to aim. I do run out of mana right there, unfortunate for me, but a little bit of floor aim never killed anybody, except for that man. He's going to go ahead and go down. I have a little bit of time to go ahead and loot up. I will go ahead and take as many shields as possible. I'm already full up on recovery, so I'm feeling pretty godly. And now I can just rotate back to Gritfeld, find any sort of I can find any sort of engagement I want to, really. It doesn't really matter that I don't have any points into Runic Fluency there. Reason being is because the main value from it's getting that extra rune, and I don't really care about the extra cooldown since Spring Step is already so It's already so low anyway, so we're doing pretty good. I see Seasoned Jedi in the kill feed there. That's the one person I was really worried about because I know him from element events. But he ends up not being a danger to me because he does get exiled. I opt to third party this. I do dive into the Dragonfire, but the tick already rang out, so I don't get damaged for it. A little bit lucky there. And now I am just looking to go ahead and get this one live guy. I know the other guy is a bot from him standing still like that. And now I'm just trying to land any damage I can. It's going to be pretty easy. If I can just hit my shots, which proves to be a little bit difficult. Little bit Pepega aim from me, but we do finish it out here. There you go. Nice little flick going there. And it is at this moment where I realize that firewall is a little bit glitchy, and I do get burned on the bridge there. I'm up against 2 bots, so this is just a nice sit still and practice your aim. Good stuff right there. He does end up getting exiled from the firewall damage from the stone interaction, oddly enough. And I do opt to spring step there against that bot just because the most dangerous thing in the game, as we all know, is a bot with stone. And you never know when it's going to ring out. So I just went ahead and did a spring step, get a little bit of height on him so that I can not worry about that. Nice legendary find from me. And now I hear some action straight ahead of me, so I'm going to opt to third party this as well. And this is exactly what you want to do. You want to stay on the outside of all of your engagements and just look for third party potentials as often as possible. It's what's going to really make you make your life a whole lot easier in this game. I'm going to opt for this guy. He's already out of shield. And honestly, this is easy enough. And I'm not even worried about the burn tick because I do have Scavenger, which is nice. Now, this one right here gives me a little bit of trouble here in just a second. I start off just well enough with him. He's going to actually end up getting away. And it's unfortunate that the Stone Shaper comes in. He was actually probably one of the better players in the lobby because he gives me so much trouble. I see him over here. He's the only target I can see anymore. And he has full armor, full everything. I do chunk him down quite a bit. But you're going to see right here, you can hear the frost in the distance. It's going to end up chunking me right here for almost all of my health. And I just have to flee. And it's very important that I notice that straight away because if I'm staying behind, first of all, he has wind shears. The second part, he also has stone. So I need to be very, very careful. And the other guy has frost, and he just hit me, a moving target. He does have a nice little bit of aim there to the bush, but he does end up getting exiled by Xtachio. So lucky for me. He also doesn't see me right here for some reason. I mean, it's not like I'm really that well hidden. He just doesn't notice. So I get a free ignite onto him, get the rest of his health. And he is actually going to opt to escape here. I somehow get burned there. I'm not really sure how. I think it might have been the stone interaction. But anyway, he flies away in the middle of another third party. I said, I'm tired of third parties. I'm just going to sit back and heal up while I can because this is going to get real hairy real fast. There's still 4 enemies left. Soon to be 3. There you go. Now this enemy right here, he doesn't know what's coming. And I do end up missing the firewall there just by a hair. But that's alright because I can just go ahead and follow up here pretty quickly. Now I do miss a ton of shots here, as you'll see going into Halcyon. I keep aiming to the left. I keep thinking he's going to go for that central pathway. And I'm trying to predict it before it can come out because there's that travel time there. But he just doesn't move. So all of my prediction is useless because he does movement that I'm not really used to. I do go ahead and opt for the toxic option there because I've been missing all my fireballs and I need a little bit of widespread to cover my mistakes. So we're going to go ahead and get that off. Now at this moment, I'm thinking, okay, there's 2 people left. I can potentially get 11. This is going to be a great game for me. Of course, 10 is great anyway. But I find out later on that he does end up getting exiled. Right now, I can't hear any action. I'm just waiting for people to come to me, get the scroll, because why not? Actually, I do opt to not get the scroll because following my own advice here, in the top 5 scenario, you probably don't want to be reading. Anyone could be lining up some lightning. They could be lining up some frost. You never know. So we do opt to leave that one there. I do see some action over here. I'm heading there so fast, but Bumbleboy, the bot, goes down. Now this really calls into question his knowledge of terrain because this is going to be an easy exile. He went into an enclosed area, can't get away from the Dragonfire, and it's just aim training from there. Beautiful stuff. You're going to see the victory screen, and you're going to see where I cut off that damage score. Well, did I? Hey, I didn't get this to load up last time, but it does load up here. 1,868 damage. And guys, that's going to be it for this playthrough. If you liked, please feel free to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Do that YouTube thing. Feel free to follow the socials down below and check out some of my other videos. I put a lot of effort into them. Hopefully, you'll find them enjoyable. So y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all out there.